today I am about to head off to a trip. So I'm about to go to California. So I wanted to do an updated how to pack quickly and efficiently video because I've got it down to a science now that I can pack in about 10 minutes. I went to Canada recently and I was very disorganized, so I went to the container store and I got some packets. The very first thing that is important when you're packing is to get a really good luggage, one that fits the specifications of the airlines so that everything fits nicely and nothing is frustrating. And so I really like the brand Samsonite because Samsonite is very durable and lightweight. And if there's one thing that's really important to me when I travel, it's that my luggage is lightweight. And another thing I want to say about this luggage is it's kind of brushed. It's kind of brushed on the outside, so if you nick it, it's not going to be too bad. Because some of the luggages, they're too clean looking. I really like white in a lot of things, but luggage is not something that I'm going to get in white because if you bang it around, it's going to really show. And I like my luggage to last a long time. So they have a lock, but I never use the lock feature because I always carry it on the plane. And even if I don't, I just don't use the lock feature. So the one thing that I picked up that I absolutely love are these Eagle Creek packet baggies, and they come in 3 sizes. So I got the kit where it has 3 sizes, and this is the biggest bag, and it fits all of the clothes that I'll ever need, all of the clothes that I need for a whole week. I may not pack all of these clothes because it depends on where I'm going, but pretty much it packs everything. The only thing that doesn't fit is 2 dresses, one of which I'll be wearing, and then my 2 jeans. So on this trip in particular, I'm going to be packing my steno machine because I'll be working while I'm there. So I will use the clothes that don't fit in this packet right here. I'll use it to wrap it around the steno machine so that the steno machine, if it's moving around a little bit, it's not banging on anything, because this is my most valuable possession. This is my life. These bags are so convenient because it really helps you to stuff and roll your clothes so that it's not taking any space. If everything's just loose, there's so much air in between everything and it's not compact. So these really get it down to size. So what I do is I grab all of the clothes. I have a uniform all set. I only have 3 bottoms for 7 days. But what I do is I take a picture of everything on the bed. But the way that I travel is very minimally as much as possible. So I try to keep the outfits just elegant and simple and not too complicated. And the same thing for jewelry. I pretty much always pack the same 3 or 4 jewelry wherever I go. But taking a picture and saving it on your favorites on your phone, or even uploading it to Pinterest, because you can put pictures on your phone onto Pinterest onto a specific board, then you always have it there available for you right when you're about to pack, so you never forget anything. It's really good to take a picture with your phone and have it all there ready to go. So that's pretty much everything that I'm going to pack in here. I've had this backpack since I've been in college, so I've had this backpack for almost a decade now. The handle is finally showing some wear and tear. Finally, after about 10 years of travel. Even if I'm just going on a weekend trip and I'll leave this behind, I'll always bring this backpack because it's just so roomy. The most important thing that you want is having the pocket at the front for all of your ID and cards and passport. You want all of your ticket information and everything very easy to access so that you don't lose things and so that you're not rummaging through things in the line and holding everybody up. At the front part of this backpack, I have all of my essentials. So on the plane, sometimes you want to freshen up and things like that, and that's okay because everything is right here, easy for me to grab. So in this little baggie, I have all of my essentials, so I'm going to go through it because this is very important. I'm not going to go through everything that I pack, but this is very important. I always keep a couple of pills on me, so I'll have my headache medicine because I almost always get a headache when I travel. And then I have my sleeping medication, melatonin, if I can't sleep on the plane. These lockup containers are the best thing. If I could only have one thing, I would get these lockup containers because I use them for everything. I use them for everything because they're so convenient, because you can just pop them on to each other. I even use them in my nightstand. And then I keep my lip balm because chapped lips is a possibility and you don't want it to be. And then a concealer in here, and earplugs, and Pepto-Bismol just in case you eat something bad. If you're ever going to eat something bad, it's going to be while you're traveling. Trust me. Murphy's Law, it just never lets you down. And then I have my favorite lip product, which is the RMS Beloved, just to touch up for your lips and cheeks while you're traveling so you don't look like death, which normally I look like death anyway, so there's no stopping it. I also have my tweezers and my nail clipper, a really cheapy nail clipper, and keep it in saran wrap so it's not touching everything else. But I have a separate nail clipper and a separate tweezer from what I normally use, even though I'm a minimalist, because then it's already packed, all ready to go. The key to efficient packing is to have everything ready to go. That's why I have this hairbrush that's very little, is because I don't have to grab my other hairbrush, clean it out. It just saves so much if everything's already packed. You'll find that almost everything here stays in the bag except for my makeup. Everything stays in the bag, so everything's ready to go. So all I really have to do when I'm headed out on the fly, if I'm just headed out, for instance, this trip to California I booked really recently. If I'm just headed out like that, then all I really have to do is make sure everything's filled up, like my Q-tips and the liquids, and I just have to pack the clothes that are on the photograph on my phone. I just have to make sure those clothes are packed in that little baggie, and I'm pretty much good to go. There's almost nothing else to do because everything's already pre-packed. The next thing I have in here is a lint roller brush, which I really like. If you have a cat and you wear a lot of black like I do, you pretty much need a lint roller brush. You can try a lint roller before you go, but I guarantee you're gonna get there and your cat's gonna come with you. And then I have my jewelry, all the jewelry that I pack whenever I travel. I pack the same for. It's very important to keep a uniform when you pack. When on the day-to-day basis, I don't keep a uniform like a lot of minimalists, but when you're traveling, it's so efficient to pack and it's so effortless. You never think about things. You can just put everything together. If you have a uniform, everything goes with everything, and it's so much easier to get out the door. If you have everything easy to pack, it encourages you to travel more. And the great thing about traveling for me, the reason why I like to travel, it's not just for pleasure, but because it helps to see how other people live, their cultures. It's so different from another culture. So that's what I like, is it really helps you to think, and it gives you more information and more inspiration. Inspiration and information, which are the two best things. So Eagle Creek containers, and I like these because they have little handles. It's the little things, guys. It's the little details that I like. When companies really put effort into their product, they made it clear. That's how you just knew it was for me. These little packets are clear. But anyway, in the first packet, I have all of my makeup, and I'm not going to get into it, but pretty much I can pack all of my makeup. The only thing that's not in here of my makeup is my lipsticks. I don't pack every lipstick. I pack 2 lipsticks when I travel, and that's good to go. And also, so it's easy to access. So I keep it in my baggie, and I'm going to put it in there because I'm leaving tomorrow. And then I have another one, and this is really important. This is for the liquids. So when the TSA, when you get to the airport, you take this baggie out and put it on. So that's why I keep it in here too, so it's easy to take out. And I have all of my lockup containers, guys. I have a lot of lockup containers for everything, so I don't have to think about it. And then this is the only thing I don't put in a lockup, which is basically my sunscreen, because I can put it all over my body, so I want a lot of it with me. And I always keep a toothbrush on me. Again, I never take this toothbrush out. You want to keep things in here as much as possible without having to get another one. So I have my toothbrush, my floss, and my toothpaste, and this never leaves the bag. It's crazy, but it's like a clown car because it can fit so much stuff. It's such a little bag, but it can fit so much stuff. And then I have eye drops. This is the most important thing, that you have eye drops, because there's nothing worse than getting off the plane and your eyes are bloodshot red, which is always me. So I have all of the things in here, and it's all ready to go. Inside of my makeup, I also have my deodorant, because it's not a liquid, so I don't need to keep it in this area for the TSA when I take this baggie out. So that little baggie keeps all of my makeup and a huge deodorant. So isn't that crazy? It keeps all that in this little bag. So this little bag also goes in here. So when you're packing, you want to pack really compactly. So when it comes to my underwear and my bras, for instance, I try to pack pasties if I can. If you can't get away with that, that's fine. But I try to pack as minimally as possible, 1 or 2 bras and pasties. And then for hair ties, I try to pack very minimally, again, as slim and as compact as possible. And then when it comes to pads, I pack my cotton ones always. I have it ready to go. The important thing is to lay it out on the bed, just like how you laid out your clothes, and take a picture. take a picture and try to separate out, if not everything that is in there all of the time, separate out what you need to pack. So for instance, sometimes I'll pack my mandelic acid serum and I will not keep that in here because I'm not going to own 2 of them. And in that case, when you're taking your picture, separate out the things that is probably not in the bag, so that when you're looking at that picture, you can kind of gloss over the things that you already know are in there and then just think, okay, I need to add that one thing in. But it's still good to have everything in the picture to make sure you have everything there. You should have your makeup, you should have your clothes, and you can also have your essentials that you keep in the front pocket that I mentioned. You should also have, you can also take a picture of that just so you have, just even it out and review it really quickly before you travel. Make sure everything is there. You can pack in 10 minutes or less with this kind of system. So I hope that this video helped you out. Again, everything will be down below, all of the information and all the things that I packed to make it really easy for you. If you guys have not traveled, I hope you'll make some time to go a state over or a country over if you're in Europe and travel around and see the landscape, even just in your own area. Packing like this will make it so much easier. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time in the next minimalist and organization video.